Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I'm your host Kayla, where I'm sharing my faith, encouraging you guys through God's word, and connecting with my fam. And welcome back to another episode. This one might get a little juicy, so stay tuned. Alright y'all, so on this one we're going to talk about 10 red flags in my past relationships that this is going to be a funny one that I either didn't pick up on at first and should have, or when I did, it was just like, how'd you let it get this far? Or it was just like God saying, pay attention. And then I'm just like, man, hindsight is 2020. So obviously, just a little disclaimer, you might hear it and be like, Kayla, what were you thinking? Obviously, again, hindsight is 2020. And all of this, most of it, is before I was walking with Christ anyway. So extend some grace for your girl. And another disclaimer, I'm not giving out names. I'm not doing time frames. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just going to say a guy. I want to respect their privacy, whatever, blase, blase. So let's jump into it. So the first one might be obvious to you. Again, whatever. I was gullible. The first one is that he was hiding his phone, right? Hiding his phone and never posting me, which is, yeah. So the whole hiding his phone thing, I kind of got a story. I'm going to be really brief with each one of these. So the hiding the phone thing, this one was interesting because just say, and again, I wasn't the type of, I don't think so, like that I wanted to, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. I need to see your phone. But I'm the type of person that I think if you're watching this, you probably have my passcode to my phone. Everybody, like, I just get, like, whatever. It's not a big deal. Like, maybe some security, my banking stuff is in there, but you need another passcode and you need my face for that. So I'm not really concerned about that. My close friends, they're just like, hey, Kayla, beep, boop, boop, do my finger, whatever. It's fine. Come do my face. Everybody has my password. My phone's out. It's never why do you need to see my phone? I'm just open like that because it's not a big deal because I have nothing to hide, right? His was a different case. So it would be something as simple as we leave our phone in a car to go on a date, and then I would legit leave mine, but he wouldn't leave his. So I was just like, well, since you have your phone, let's take a picture. My mom's never been in this restaurant. We have a thing, like we like to send each other the pictures of the food when we go out of town or just a new restaurant. So I was like, can you send that picture? Take a picture. And he's like, yeah. He took a picture. I was like, okay, can I send it to my mom? He's like, yeah, after. I'm like, all right, cool. So afterwards, we're walking out. I was like, hey, let me send that picture to my mom. Oh, yeah, I'll do it later. Or he'll take some pictures of me. And I'm just like, hey, let me see those pictures. Because as a woman, most of us, we want to see the picture. Like, we want to see if we look cute or not. So for you to be like, oh, no, I'll show you later. Just like, that's kind of weird. And then a couple of days go by, I'm like, hey, you still haven't sent me those pictures. Oh, yeah. And then you send them. That was just like really bizarre. And the fact that throughout most of our relationship, I didn't even know what type of phone he had because he never had his phone around. Like, it was always dead, or he didn't have it, or he'd come over to hang out at my house, my mom's house, in the living room, and I'd be like, hey, where's your phone? Oh, I left it at home. And I'd be like, nobody leaves their phone at home. You just came 15 minutes to my house. So you're telling me you text me to tell me, hey, I'm on the way, and then you left your phone at home? Yes. Very weird. Now I understand. And the never post me thing, I didn't know that until I got on like a friend's Facebook or something, and I saw, because I'd see me on his feed off his phone, because he'd hold it. He'd want to hold it. That was weird too. He'd want to hold it. He was like, look, I post you, blah, blah. I was just like, okay, just weird that other girls don't think we're together, but whatever. But I'd get on a friend's Facebook and I'll look and I go on this page and I didn't see me. So I was like, but I saw me. And then later on, I found out that you can like adjust in the settings, who sees your pictures, whatever. It was just really shady. Another red flag is I was planning almost all of our dates and I was paying for them too. And again, I'm a people pleaser. I want to be selfless. I'm just trying to be a wife to a boyfriend, really. Like, I just want him to know I care. So I just, for whatever reason, would pay a lot. And people would notice, and I would just always have a excuse or something, because I was like, I care about him. Maybe he's going through a hard time. It's hard for him to find a job. But I'm in high school. He just graduated high school. So if anybody can have a job, long hours, and make money, it should be the person who's not going to school from 7 to 2:20, right? Exactly. Another red flag that I did notice was this one guy made me feel really inferior to him, and he reminded me of that. So without giving too many details, let's just say I'm gonna go, I'm gonna be a nurse sooner than later. This year, Lord said the same. And the career he was going for, he was gonna be in some type of career field where he was going to be a little bit above me. And he never let me forget that I am just going to be a nurse. It's not that hard. Like, I just sometimes like go through classes and he'll call and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm studying for this class. Oh, it's not even that hard. I took that, blah, blah, blah. Like that, like, I actually have real hard classes. Like, it was always me, him. And he like, if you can see, like, everything was always, you think your life is hard. Well, this is what I went through today. Oh, you think you're tired. It was always, and I was just like, I don't think I'm supposed to feel like this if we're supposed to be dating, getting to know each other, that whole situationship. I don't think I'm supposed to feel inferior all the time. All right, huge red flag. I hope my little cousins are watching this. Huge. He doesn't respect your abstinence. So with this particular guy, again, I wasn't walking with Christ in any of my relationships, technically. But in this specific relationship, the Lord was just calling me. And I was just like, it's time to say yes. So I said yes. I was just like, I'm going to respect my body. I'm going to respect the temple you gave me, Lord, and it's yours. I want to be a living sacrifice. So when I, told him that, I was thinking, I'm going to run towards the Lord. Come with me. Because, as a Christian, when you see the light, you want everybody to see the light. Like, come, guys, come look at this light. Come get this living water. Look, it's Christ. So you get so excited. And this guy legit was like, you can't do that. I think I've, told y'all this story before. He's just like, how do you expect me to go from, being sexually immoral with you, us doing that with each other, and then all of a sudden not? Basically, in a very short way of me saying, he was like, a guy has needs. Like, you can't just do, like, what? What did you just say? You have needs. I can't just do that. Red flag. Okay, another red flag. Disrespectful to his family and authority. I don't care. I understand all of us don't come from the same background. Some of us, I don't have the best relationship with some of my family members. Be that as it may, it doesn't matter. Like, some of y'all may know, I don't necessarily have the best relationship with my dad. But because I fear the Lord and I respect God, I am going to honor him. It doesn't matter what he says to me. It doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter what any type of authority that I am under. I'm going to submit to them because I am submitted to God and I'm obeying God. So if he is being rude to his mom, friend, who are you? She gave birth to him. She raised him. If he's going to talk to her disrespectful, I don't mean to say you're not anything, but to him, you're not. If he's disrespectful to any type of authority or law, you really think he can follow God's law? There will be a no. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones, and it's so funny. Saying, let's see where this goes. And I hear some guys saying, well, no, at the beginning of a relationship, you might say that, or y'all start off friends, you might say that, yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, we've been on dates, it's progressing. You could have possibly met his family. She could have possibly met your family. And they hit you with, well, let's just see where this goes. When they want exclusive benefits of being your girlfriend or being your boyfriend, but they don't want to make it exclusive, that's a red flag. Like, you want to sit up and talk to the person like y'all are in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, but you don't want to make that person your boyfriend or girlfriend. That's an issue. You don't get to have that exclusivity to that person if you're not willing to say, this is now exclusive. Just saying. Another huge red flag, and this is probably just one of the reasons I was just like, God, I think I'd rather be single than just be in one of these relationships. Is you can't have a conversation with the person. Like, I legit had no meaningful conversations with any of my exes, I feel like. Maybe one guy I almost dated for a little bit, but it didn't last. So I never had any lasting conversations. You're like, wait a minute, you dated someone for years. I know. Thanks for reminding me. Like, I'm actually trying to think hard. When I was making this list, I was just like, we go on dates and stuff. I mean, either he'd be on his phone, I start bringing my phone in, the food will hurry up and get there, and we just eat, and never had a conversation. That's a huge red flag, y'all. Dating, the whole purpose of dating is to evaluate. Yes, have fun. Yes, don't put pressure on it. But as Christians, we're evaluating to see, is this going to lead to marriage? Do you have a character that I would want to marry? And most of marriage, as I've been told by a lot of people, is 90% talking, resolving things, doing life together. I can't marry someone I can't talk to. You're looking at the person who loves to talk. That's going to be an issue. And I'm glad the Lord will just, snap him like, hey, pay attention. That's a red flag. Y'all can't talk. I'm not saying y'all have to share your testimony on a first date. That can be dangerous. Guard your heart and let the Spirit slowly but surely soften your heart to each other. Not saying share your testimony on the first date. If you did, again, that's just my opinion. But y'all can't ever talk. Like, there's just nothing to talk about. Or to y'all, it feels like there's just nothing to talk about to that person. That's a red flag. Okay, another one, and I got this a lot in my relationships, and it kind of ties into the whole not letting me see his phone. You're always the problem. If you find yourself like actually just looking back and saying, wow, in the disagreements we get into and the way we're not agreeing, I'm always the problem. Which for me, I was always the problem. You're insecure. You don't trust me. You're insecure. You don't trust me. You're not confident. You. It's always you. You're always the problem. That's a red flag. Because even if a man who loves the Lord, and again, I wasn't walking with Christ and they weren't either. But from here on out, a man who loves the Lord is going to understand, you know what? She messed up sometimes, but I have to take responsibility for myself. Like, if Ri'Kaela is getting into a disagreement, or I have a disagreement with my significant other, my boyfriend, fiance, husband, yes, it's easy for me to be like, you this, you that, you need to do this. But before I can point out the speck in his eye, I need to check the log in mine. So it's self-responsibility and self-accountability. They could be the problem, but you don't have the answer for them. You're going to answer for you before the Lord on that glorious day. So if you're always the problem, you might want to check that situation out. Okay, this is one, again, friends will notice, family will notice. Take a step back. At church, we're talking about an ego perspective. Take a step back. If, they're always trying to keep tabs on you. Now, obviously, we want to see where our friends are doing. Your significant other, like, hey, babe, are you safe? Did you make it home safe? Hey, what are you doing? But if it's always like, if you don't text back in 0.2 seconds, they're calling you and they're blowing up your phone. What are you doing? Who are you with? I'm about to come where you are. Like, whoa. Like, I was in class one day and my teacher was very clear. I like to sit at the front of the class. I'm the nerd. I like to engage. I love to learn. My teachers made it very clear on the, what's the first day called? Orientation, I guess. She was reading the syllabus. She was like, there will be no phones in my class. If you have your phone, I can ask you to leave. I can give you a 0 for participation. I can give you a 0 for attendance. I don't like this. I'm a pretty cool teacher. I'm pretty laid back, but do not cross that line. And I was here for it because I'm paying for college. Like, one of my professors was like, y'all are paying for this. Why would y'all skip? Why would y'all sleep? Why would you be on your phone the whole time? You're paying for this, which was true. I was paying for that. So I put my phone up. I told you I'm in class, my schedule. So when you text me and I don't text you back, and then you start blowing up my phone to the point my teacher was like, whose phone is that? Like, it would not stop buzzing. And I'm just like having to go outside the classroom and just scrolling through all these messages of, what are you doing? Where are you? Blah, blah, blah. Like, just, you're going hard. I'm like, dude, I'm in class. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. That's a huge red flag, and it's actually controlling. Getting to the abusive side, no, it's time to go. More than a red flag, eject button. And lastly, but certainly not the least, remember I told you I like to talk. Well, yeah, the people I've dated don't listen to me. And that's a huge red flag that I overlooked, when he doesn't listen. Something as simple as me saying, say I don't like tuna. And you're just like, hey, I think we should get some tuna. I'm just like, but I told you I don't like it. Or a better example I can say, most people know I'm not the showy, like, y'all rarely are gonna see me with earrings. I wear this promise ring, I wear this necklace because my friend bought it for me and I appreciate it so much. And I wear the Apple Watch for time and my steps, and you know, it's cool to text people back when I don't know where my phone is because I don't care about it most of the time. But other than that, y'all aren't gonna see me in a bunch of jewelry or decked out. I don't know nothing from Neiman Marcus to Louis Vuitton. I don't know the different cars. I just learned the difference between a Challenger and a Camaro a couple of years ago. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know that stuff. So when I tell you, hey, you ask me for my birthday, what would you, for your birthday, what would you like? And I'm like, man, I would really love it if we went on a picnic. And if you just did something out of the kindness of your heart, that would just mean so much to me. And then you buy me this expensive watch or this expensive ring or these expensive shoes and clothes or a lot of clothes. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, it doesn't look like you're grateful. Like, you know how much money I spent on this? And I'm just like, but I told you. A picnic. Oh, you're ungrateful. And then other people are like, how could you be ungrateful? He spent this much money on this. But I said I wanted to go on a picnic. And I just said I just want to spend time together. That could have been $10, you know? So that's what I mean by they don't listen. Like, you're talking and they just disregard everything you say. That's a huge, like, I can't. Like, that's why I thank the Lord. He got me out of those. I made the choice to leave. Just don't do it. I would say don't even level with that. Please don't. It's not even worth it. Like, if someone's not going to listen to you, they don't respect you. That's just how I feel about it. So if y'all went through any of these, hey, let me know in the comments. If y'all have an extra one you can add on to let me know something, so I can, it'd be interesting to hear some feedback from y'all. So I'll see y'all next time, and thanks for tuning in to another video.